Everyone talks about the levels of driving automation explained in neat little charts, but the jump from level 2 to level 3 changes one massive thing: who goes to jail if the car crashes? Here's why the legal difference between these two levels holds back the entire industry. Right now, there are 6 levels of driving automation defined by SAE International's J3016 standard, numbered 0 through 5. 0 means you're doing everything. 5 means the car does everything, everywhere, all the time. Most people think the progression between these levels flows smoothly, like climbing a staircase. But between level 2 and level 3, there's a chasm. And it's not a technology chasm, it's a legal one. At level 2, your car can steer, brake, and accelerate on its own. Tesla's Autopilot, GM's Super Cruise, Ford's Blue Cruise, these are all level 2 systems. They feel magical. The car holds its lane on the highway, matches the speed of traffic, even changes lanes for you. But here's the catch. Legally, you are the driver. You must keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road at all times. If the car rear-ends a truck while autopilot is engaged and your eyes were on your phone, that crash is your fault. You pay for medical bills, property damage, everything. At level 3, the legal world flips upside down. The car becomes the driver, but only within its operational design domain, the specific conditions and environments where the system is certified to operate. Inside that domain, you can legally take your eyes off the road. Read a book, watch a movie. The system handles the driving, and if it crashes while it's in control, the manufacturer bears liability, not you. That 10-second window is everything. When a level 3 system encounters something it can't handle, it alerts the driver, and you have roughly 10 seconds to take back control. Miss that window because you're asleep, deeply distracted, or simply not ready, and the liability shifts back to you. 10 seconds. That's the legal handoff point that the entire industry is built around. And that single distinction, who is legally responsible, is the reason most automakers are terrified of level 3. If an automaker wants to officially introduce a level 3 vehicle, it must be liable for all potential accidents that occur while the vehicle's systems are active. No matter how advanced the technology inside a vehicle might be, if the manufacturer isn't ready to claim responsibility for accidents, the vehicle can only be classified as level 2. This explains why Tesla calls its system full self-driving, but classifies it as level 2. The name suggests full autonomy. The legal classification says otherwise, and that gap between branding and reality has landed Tesla in serious trouble. In August 2025, a California federal judge certified a class action lawsuit on behalf of customers who purchased the full self-driving package based on what the court found to be misleading marketing. Class members could recover the full $5,000 to $15,000 they paid for FSD if misrepresentation is proven. Earlier that same month, in Benavides versus Tesla, jurors found Tesla 33% liable for a fatal 2019 Autopilot crash and awarded $243 million in damages, including $200 million in punitive damages. As of October 2024, there were 51 reported fatalities involving Tesla's Autopilot, 44 of which were verified through NHTSA investigations or expert testimony. In 2025, NHTSA opened investigation PE25012, covering 2.88 million vehicles and identifying 80 FSD-specific traffic violations: running red lights, entering wrong lanes, driving the wrong way. Now compare that to Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes became the first automaker to achieve certified Level 3 status in the United States with its Drive Pilot system. And they made a public commitment. Mercedes-Benz takes responsibility for crashes that occur while Drive Pilot is active. That's a radical statement in an industry where every other company points the finger at the driver. But the fine print matters. Mercedes takes responsibility for product defect liability, meaning if a flaw in their software or hardware causes the crash. They're not accepting blanket responsibility for every possible scenario. If a driver fails to take back control when the 10-second alert fires, the liability shifts back to the driver. This is the handoff problem. The vehicle may try to pass back control in the final seconds before an accident, shifting responsibility to a driver who has no better chance of avoiding the crash than the car did. It's the real-life trolley problem, except the question isn't just who gets hurt, it's who gets blamed. For international comparison, Japan took a different path. Honda's Legend Traffic Jam Pilot became the world's first certified Level 3 system back in 2021, operating under a strict government framework that predefined exactly which party bears liability in each scenario. It's the model every other country is now studying. At Level 4, the equation changes again. Companies like Waymo, which now completes over 250,000 fully autonomous rides per week across Phoenix, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Austin, operate without any human driver in the loop at all. Waymo accepts full operational responsibility within its geofenced service areas. Aurora Innovation is taking a similar approach in autonomous trucking. These companies have made a deliberate choice: accept the liability, build the safety record, earn the public trust. Matthew Avery, Chief Research Strategy Officer at Thatcham Research, put it this way: "The issue of liability in automated vehicles is complex and nuanced. It's too crude to suggest that the car maker should be liable in all circumstances. There will be times when an accident is and isn't the car maker's responsibility. And this complexity is exactly why major automakers are retreating from Level 3 entirely. BMW, Mercedes-Benz and Stellantis all went to market with highly publicized Level 3 plans. But each has discovered that the combination of high cost, low consumer utility, weak demand and slow regulatory progress makes eyes-off driving systems hard to justify. The industry is shifting toward Level 2 plus, systems that feel like Level 3 but keep the legal responsibility on the driver. Meanwhile, the regulatory landscape remains fragmented. Germany was the pioneer, amending its Road Traffic Act in 2017 to permit Level 3 driving and passing an Autonomous Driving Act in 2021 for Level 4. France defined rules for Level 3 and Level 5 vehicles in 2021. The UK passed its Automated Vehicles Act in 2024, which provides immunity for users of autonomous vehicles from criminal and civil liability when automated features are engaged. All of these frameworks trace their legal roots back to the Geneva Convention on Road Traffic, the 1949 international treaty that first established that a human must always be in control of a vehicle. The exact assumption: Level 3 brakes. The United States, by contrast, still lacks a unified national law. The federal government issues voluntary guidelines through NHTSA, but mandatory liability standards remain incomplete. As of December 2024, only about half of US states had statutes regulating autonomous vehicles. In early 2025, lawmakers in 25 states introduced 67 new bills related to autonomous vehicles. Multiple federal bills were introduced: the AV Accessibility Act, the AV Safety Data Act, the Autonomous Vehicle Acceleration Act, but none had created a comprehensive framework. And then there's the insurance question. Starting with 2026 models, infrared driver monitoring systems track your eyes 60 times per second. If your eyes drift to your phone for more than 3 to 5 seconds, the car logs a safety event. If you crash, insurers like Progressive, through their Snapshot Telematics program, and State Farm are already building systems to subpoena that internal vehicle data. If it proves you were distracted, they will deny your claim. You will be personally responsible for every dollar of damage. So where does this leave us? The gap between Level 2 and Level 3 isn't about technology. It's about who writes the check when something goes wrong. At Level 2, that's you. At Level 3, that's the manufacturer. And that single shift in liability is so financially terrifying that most of the auto industry would rather keep building smarter Level 2 systems and let drivers bear the risk than cross the line into Level 3 and accept it themselves. Volvo's senior technical leader for safety once said, "If we made a mistake in designing the brakes or writing the software, it's not reasonable to put the liability on the customer. We say to the customer, you can spend time on something else. We take responsibility." That's the promise of Level 3. But until the laws catch up, until the insurance models are settled, and until manufacturers are willing to put billions on the line for their software's decisions, most of us will be sitting behind the wheel of Level 2 cars that feel autonomous but legally demand our full attention. The car may be driving, but in the eyes of the law, you still are too. If you want to understand what's really happening inside the self-driving industry, not the marketing, not the press releases, the actual truth, subscribe to Autonomous Insider. Every week we go deeper into the technology, the lawsuits, and the decisions that will change how every one of us gets around. The next video is already waiting for you.